Welcome to another video, part 1 tutorial of the Avengers Marvel Iron Man Hulkbuster versus A.I.M. This is what the first part looks like, and you have the head here, the main body part, cockpit of this Iron Man Hulkbuster mech, and then of course you have the Iron Man rescue cockpit as well, done with the shooting guns. Got them both blasters on the back as well there. Patak-dum boom, patak-dum boom, patak-dum boom, patak-dum boom. Lego fans and the Lego curious, I'm Mr. Brick City. So let's get into the nice little tutorial. Iron Man figurine. This is like, I think it's like altogether 456 pieces altogether. You have the rescue, of course, that you do first, and it's not the actual Iron Man. The silver one with the silver face is the rescue, and the Iron Man one is the gold. I haven't built the Iron Man figurine yet, but the helmet is well done. So if you have a look, this is what you build first. That's what the normal rescue looks like. But I always assumed or thought that the rescues were automatic, mechanical, but apparently there's some body that's there, and that's his helmet. At first glance you think he's a little bit out of proportion, the helmet, but kind of fits well when you add the extra accessories on there. Nice detail on the pants, on the legs. You don't usually get that, and it's good that they've added it onto this one. Normally they just leave the leg parts just plain one colour, but I got some at the end of the day. Apparently a piece has fallen off. I don't think where it could have fallen off from. Oh well. It must be from here. So a piece has fallen off. Just put that back on. Oh bloody hell. I don't know. We'll get back to that at some point. Right, so the first I think a red blaster has fallen off as well. That's been pressed. Went quite far, but quickly found it. It's not very they're quite big enough, so it's not easily to lose. Spring loaded, of course, and once I get it back in there again, should be fine. Now this somehow is meant to go back onto here, but I don't know. Yeah, it's meant to go back onto there for some reason. Right, let's go on. Let's move along. And here we go on the first 3 stages of the book to tell you what the 3 stages will look like at the end. Of course, it's the mini figurine. You put all these, just fit them all one together. It's easy enough. But then there's some extra pieces over here. These 2 little blaster things that come out of his hands. And apparently you can pretend that they come off, but oh well, no big deal. Right, but is what it is. Let's move along, put him back on there, and then you put him in his cockpit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's just breaking apart. Right, we'll come back to that. Right, so you've put on the seat, Of course you want to put the seat on there, and for some reason it's put it on the first two corners. So you want to put it in the first two corners somehow. And what I actually did was, which I kind of felt like doesn't make any sense, because how is he gonna get in there if it's in the first two corners? You want to put him a little bit back for him to easily fit. So when doing this, put him on the first two back rows. So you can sit in there. Once I put this back on there, should be fine, and then he can go. And sit in there nicely. Now I don't know what fell off just now. Right, so you want to put him on the back too. I don't know why when you put it there, then you put the binocular seat in the middle, and you should be fine from there. Then you attach these gun pieces. These gun pieces are all one piece with just a little remote, kind of like a bit of a static piece on top of them too. Should be fine. And then you add on these two little corner pieces on there, simple enough. Now, and then it's that binocular shape, kind of gives it that little bit more aesthetic feel to it. The fatter. So when fitting in this this cover part, and then obviously you put the shooters on. Fitting in this cover part, just make sure you put the thin side is at the bottom and the fatter side goes on top for it to fit properly. Now moving on, after building the cockpit, you move on to the main bit of the Mech cockpit of its own, and then it's just, you get to like see the technique after building of the Mech. And then you get these burgundy colours and maroon type of colours as well of the red, which is really cool. Then you see all these different colours, and then you just add that onto the back. It's pretty not too difficult. Shouldn't find difficult time to do all that. And then moving on to page 3 and stage 3 and stage 4, you get the binocular type of pieces again. Put that on the red one, and then these little bit aesthetics controls and stuff. And then you got these kind of zigzag number 5 piece that just goes along on there. You got your other 2 pieces on the side over here on the grey ones. Then you got these like circle corner pieces, mainly just for aesthetic. Looks pretty cool to have these little circular ones. Adds that like kind of like seat vibe to the cockpit, like an actual seat in there. Looks really nice. And then number 7, just the black piece just goes on top of there, and then you add these 3 pieces together and they go connect right next to that black piece. And then you got these nice little corner pieces. Obviously when putting these on foreheads, the flat edge side kind of like, it's like a triangle shape, and the acutest point hits the bottom. Then you turn it around and you add your first sticker on there, which is that one. It gives that little body vibe to it, and that's the first sticker of the show. After that, moving on to number 12, you got these like cannon like pieces to add on now, and you add them onto that main cockpit before getting these sliders on, and you put these sliders on at first. I found it easier putting them one at a time, so you fit the cornices, turn them around and fit the red one on each side separately. It just makes things a lot easier trying to put them both on at the same time. And then you're starting to get a little bit more um, more starting to get a cockpit together with these lovely gold pieces. The colours are really cool of this mech. And then you've got your second sticker is the actual control, and then it's simple enough, just kind of line it up as close to the edge as you can and it should be okay. And then you get more of these lovely more golder type of colours on the edge over here on the side, look really nice. Then you put your control, little bit of aesthetic module on there, and that's what it should look like. And that's some nice gold color looking pieces for you, brilliant actually. And then you add the main chest piece on. Then adding those lovely chest pieces on, you move on to number 17, and then you get that 19 and 20, and that's the main chest piece, and it's got that core processor element of Iron Man's heart vibe going on. And then more of these cannon pieces for the legs. And then these are the bottom half of the leg pieces. So if you go to page 25 and 31, a lot is going on over here. They added these blue thingies onto there. Of course, the longer side of the blue piece goes inside and the fatter side stays out. And it's just some nice Lego techniques to build this. It's like really good techniques that they've used. Very interesting, very puzzly, and it's a very good build overall so far. After adding them on, the blue pieces, and then you come over here and you got this red piece, and you're almost done with part 1 at the second page of number 29. Adding these red pieces, of course, these number 20, these red pieces go into where the that blue piece was, so when you put them in the middle it should just nicely go in without, should be not too much trouble. And then you add these more of the polished out bits over here, this arrow looking piece for aesthetics, and then you add the blue bit, and this blue bit is the rotating black piece that you add onto the body to add the head onto. And then of course when putting this red piece on, it should just click in. This big red piece here should just click in. You'll get just give it a good shove. It should go in. And then on top of that you add the spindle into there. Once the spindle is into there, it is nice and loose, this spindly part as of yet. Then you add these side pieces of the red onto there, so that's what that side piece is, it goes onto there. After that you put these red bourbony pieces on, and they go onto the top half, the top connector of the red piece. The two connectors on there, they should go there. And then you add the hinges for the head, and then after your hinges and the head, the main bit of course is this piece here, and they add on to the grey piece, those grey hinges at the back. And that's it for part 1. I'll build part 2 now, and I'll see you next time. Laters.